All right, gardeners, Jason here. It's almost time. This is the last of it. This is just a little video to help you get prepared for the workshop Monday night. This is a photo here of our very first workshop last year, um, before COVID stopped us from doing any more in-person workshops. We had a great time. I'm sad we still can't do it, but here's hoping to next year. And maybe things will change and it'll be different later on in the year. We'll play it. We'll play it by ear. But we had a great time and really miss that, of course. That's all right. I'm emailing out a binder. PDF is attached here. Now remember, the workshop is really just a review. You need to read this. And if you want to go ahead and get started before the workshop, feel free. If you have garden plan or half a garden plan or whatever at the time of the workshop, even better. It's best to think of the workshop as kind of this workshop in particular as a review, and especially for our returning gardeners. Now, supplies. You're going to need, at minimum, a sheet of paper and a pencil. It's best to have some pencils, rulers, even for color coding. I'm going to show you some examples of some garden plans here in a minute. And color coding can be really helpful. So you may want colored pencils and crayons. You do need to have an understanding of when the sun, of where the sun rises in the morning and where it sets at night. If you don't know that, you need to have at least an understanding of your cardinal directions. That's north, south, east, and west. Because we try to orient the garden, the rows, and the height of certain plants need to be kind of like on the north side, and that's because of the way the light comes in. Okay, then let me show you some examples of some garden plans. It's hard to draw something if you don't kind of know what it's supposed to look like or what's expected of you. So let's just show you a few. Now this is just a basic getting started, and we start with planting rows and pathways. We start with that always. Where are we going to grow, and where are we going to walk? And where we grow, we never walk. So it's we try to plan this out ahead of time. And then once we get past that, we get into what are we actually going to plant in those rows. And that's where this example here, it's more filled out. Tomatoes on trellis, cucumber on trellis. I'm going to add in herbs there on the edge of that row. And then this row, we're going to do potatoes and green beans, lettuce, carrots, green onions, radishes. And then on our southerly row, we're having mixed peppers and sweet potatoes in this example. All right, moving on. Here's an example that's zoomed out a little bit. We've got a fence here and a gate. There's a dog kennel and, of course, the trees. Here's telling us where north is. So we know where north is and there's south. We can guess that sun's going to rise here to the right, set on the left. Let me see, where's my next picture? Here's a zoom in of the actual planting space. Ooh, wait, let me show you the zoom out. This is a great one, very colorful. It's got this key down here, which of course we would later transfer to another sheet of paper so that we could calculate how much seed or how many plants we need. This is a great example. Let's see. Oh, here's the zoom in on the key there. All right. Then we've got, here's another example. And you see here we got our north, south, east, and west down here, and they've got their notes as far as, they've started their notes here as far as seeds and plants down here, and that's great too. You got, let's see, here's sunset, paper's cut off, so sunrise is, we're gonna guess it's over there to the right somewhere. And then let's see, I got one more example for you. Here's another one, nice and color coded. Doesn't really establish the walk path. I guess maybe that's assumed. I know that this is a repeat garden that was shared to me from another garden program, but anyway, it's a pretty decent example. Here you see sunrise, sunset. That can almost be more important than north, south, east, and west. I thought I had my garden figured out as far as sunrise, sunset, or had a general idea. I'm going to mix some things up because the way the property there looks on Google satellites is not exactly accurate. And the sun rises and sets differently throughout the year, so I'm going to make some adjustments based on that. But north, south, east, and west will get us there for now. All right, so that's it. I'll see you in, by now, 2 days, and that's what you need. So please show up prepared and ready to do some garden design. Feel free to go ahead and dig in on your own. You can't get in too much trouble if you go ahead and read everything and start your arts and crafts. Fine by me. I'm excited. See you soon.